Have you ever read a headline that made you go, yuck, and just made you think, wow, how on earth is this person allowed to say such things in circumstances that are so grotesque? You may have seen my recent video where I talk about how there was a music festival in the summer heat. The temperature was going to be over 40 degrees Celsius, which is amazingly hot, and how the criminal justice consequences are nowhere near as important as the health consequences. Well, in the aftermath of that, we do have some information. There were 4 transfers to hospitals from the Epic Music Festival, and the people in those transfers were in a critical but stable condition, and their conditions appear to be from naughty stuff used at that festival. The health minister said the government had worked extensively with festival organizers to ensure safe measures were in place for attendees, including an increase in first aid, the number of cool and chill out zones. However, the health minister warned that people had to take some personal responsibility and make sure they understand what they're doing when attending a festival. Government cannot and will not be responsible for every individual's behavior, but we're working with festival organizers to make them as safe as possible. When are we going to understand that there is going to continue to be these tragedies that occur at music festivals until we can create an environment where people feel more comfortable with putting their hands up and saying, yes, I've got some naughty stuff. Can you check it for me? Can you advise me on how to take this safely? Can you please assist me to make sure that I don't end up in hospital? Then the flip side, which is, how do I ensure that I don't have a criminal justice consequence that follows me for life? In the eyes of the law, they're adults, but even under the auspices of the law, we have an understanding that young people, as they get older, mature. And it's almost always exclusively young adults that find themselves in these situations. It's not okay that we simply turn a blind eye to this. In fact, I dare say that the continuous hospitalizations that happen at festivals, primarily in Australia, when it doesn't happen with nearly the regularity or frequency overseas, primarily because they have things like amnesty bins, because they have a far, far healthier working relationship between the different mechanisms which stop these things from happening than here in Australia and particularly in New South Wales. And I am so sick of the government saying we couldn't possibly stop this from happening when there is a simple, tried and tested methodology being amnesty bins, testing facilities that at the very least will stop people from putting things in their body that they don't know what they are. And when we start to treat substances as a multifactorial situation that includes mental health, community-based and other outreach options, rather than simply a criminal justice problem, we hopefully see a decline. And I hope that the tone deafness of a response like, well, don't do it, in the aftermath of people being sick is tempered with some kindness. I hope those 4 people are okay. I hope they're okay. Follow me for more legal TikTok.